Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Kelsey's Way TV and I am Kel-Sei. Ooh, we're keeping that in there. This is Desmond, my bud, my pal. We're here doing a collaboration video and y'all already know I do my K talks. We're not in the K studios right now because you know there ain't no big K on the side of me, but this gonna have to do. I mean, like, ain't this cute, y'all? Even with the little bugs flying in my face outside here in the mountains or whatever. But yes, this is my friend Desmond. He has his own YouTube channel. What's it called?
It's Afolabi's Adventures.
Awesome. We just made a video for that. Hence why we're up in the mountains right now. And we figured what better time than now to go ahead and do a little podcast, K-Talk, if you will. So, first we're going to go ahead and kind of introduce his channel and why he started his channel. And then from there, we're going to just kind of spitball and talk about stuff. So, Desmond, tell me about your channel. What made you start it?
I really started my channel because a lot of what I did already was just like going out and like trying new things and seeing nature. And I thought, why not just make a YouTube channel about it and capture what I already do out in the video world?
I like it. I like it. What are some of the videos that you've made so far? Where'd you go?
So far, I've gone to Sedona, I've done Flagstaff, and I've come here to South Mountain. Those are the three. It's a brand new channel-ish. I've only been on the internet for about 3 or 4 weeks, about a month.
And on those trips, were they expensive, inexpensive? How many resources did you need?
Oh yeah, that's another big part of my channel. Is just I do budget vlog type of adventures, and most of them range from under $100. I haven't even come close to $100 yet on my channel. We've done $40 trips, we've done an $80 trip, and we've done probably a $20 trip.
Yes, and I definitely think you guys should check out his videos. If you've never been to Sedona, you get to see Sedona. If you've never been to Flagstaff, you get to see Flagstaff. I know a lot of my followers or my family members, they've never even been to Phoenix, so when they see me on the mountains, they're just like, ooh girl, where that said that looked like it's super hot, super scary. Did you have fun? What was going on? Like, why you ain't bring us? Why you didn't vlog? So that's kind of what he does on his channel. I'm in that video as well, so definitely check that out. I'll leave it in the link below. And one of the topics that he talked about in his video was complacency, and that like stood out to me because he could very well be just going to work and going home because, oh, I don't have enough money to do this, or that takes too much time to do that. And he shows you like it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of money, and to be honest, you could do it for free if you really wanted to. You could, or near free if you like made a sandwich at home, brought your water from home, and then just went out there just to explore and kind of get some sights and get some me time. So I thought that was super, super cool about his channel, and I invite you guys to go check it out. And like, what are your thoughts on complacency and like how easy it is to like stay stagnant?
It's extremely easy to become stagnant and just be okay with the status quo and doing things just a day at a time and getting into a rhythm of just not changing anything. And I think that you have to really find a balance between being complacent and not being complacent.
So are you saying like finding a balance between kind of getting out and exploring things and like still like living within your means? So I guess like you can definitely choose to stay home and do nothing, or you can kind of get out there and be adventurous but not going too far above your like financial means, or like the allotted time that you do have for this, kind of not losing I don't want to say not losing yourself, but not losing sight of your priorities.
Yeah,
trying to kind of get out of that status quo of not doing anything and then just kind of going overboard with it.
Yeah, between just spending your entire check when you had things that you were supposed to take care of, instead of taking care of your business, you go and you spend your entire check on a whole bunch of stuff that you don't even really need.
Right.
And finding in between that and just like doing something new, trying new things, and getting out there and exploring and doing things that you wouldn't do on your daily basis if you were to just completely just do things by your regular everyday life.
Right. I definitely agree with that. And I think a lot of people have this mindset, especially like, let's say you were born and raised in the city, like you're born and raised here.
Oh, yeah.
And you've been around, like you went off to school in Nebraska, you've been down in Houston, so you've traveled and you've seen other places. But I think a lot of people get stuck in that stagnant, complacent mindset when it's like, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I promise you, everybody there always say they've been there, done that. Shoot, before I left, I thought I'd been there, done that, as far as in the city of St. Louis. And it took for me to leave and then come back and realize I haven't done nearly as much as I could have or I should have, and I had it in my resource. I've been there for 18 years, so why haven't I tried this out? And a lot of the things that there's to do in St. Louis, I didn't even realize it until I was here in Phoenix, and I was still getting ads from St. Louis, since that's like where my phone is programmed at. Yeah, so I think you get stuck in that complacent and stagnant attitude when you don't, one, broaden your horizon, and you can broaden your horizon in your own city. We're in Phoenix still, and we've walked up this, not the entire mountain, but we've gotten to quite a high point in the mountain, and that alone is way different than the city life. Like, it looks nothing like this just down the road. Shoot, I can kind of see it from here, and it's beautiful from here, but it looks nothing like that. And just something as simple as that, which only costs us, what, a little bit of gas to get here, is dang near free, and it gives me a change of scenery. It kind of lets me kind of get a refresher on my mindset, and now I'm able to conquer the rest of my week because I was able to change up something just a little bit, or even just to do something really quickly to kind of make me feel like I'm doing more than just going to work and going to school. And I think his channel kind of embodies that, because it's very simple, the things that he does, but he's doing something, and most people will be like, oh, well, I've seen that before. I've been there already. Okay, we'll go to another trail. We've been on this mountain thousands of times. We've never been on this trail, and it looks way different from any trail that we've done. So, with that complacency thing, yeah, just try not to get so stuck on what you're doing now, and think about, or what you've already done, and think about other stuff that you can do, but do it within your means, because then you could kind of lose sight of your priorities and the things that you need to get done, and you kind of get back to doing nothing because you didn't already overshot yourself, if that makes any sense. So I guess while we're kind of on that topic, we can go ahead and veer off into the difference between living and being alive. And yes, I do have notes on my phone, so that's kind of what we're going off of. We picked some topics before coming up here. What do you think living means versus being alive?
To live is just to be open to do different things that you haven't done before, and just getting out there and seeing things you haven't saw, and just being, I don't want to say necessarily happy with everything that's going on, but just opening your mind to different things, and just being, I don't know, I want to say something else to that.
I get what you're saying. Like, I think it's easier to define being alive and then trailing off into defining like living, because being alive merely means that your heart beats and your basic needs are met, your organs are functioning, and you got it. That's it. You ain't still asleep. That's being alive. And then living is being in the now, being present, with being aware of your surroundings, actually enjoying yourself. And that doesn't mean like every day just has to be like a turn up. It could be just simple things. It could be growth. It could be like, shoot, going on a walk and seeing the sunflower and just smiling. Like, to me, that's living versus being very robotic and just going through the motions. It's like, okay, I get up at 7 o'clock every morning. I eat Raisin Bran every morning. No orange juice because that's just too much fun in my life. And then I'm gonna go and I'm a pharmacy tech, so I'm gonna go and count to 5 or count by 5s every single day. And then when I clock out, let's eat this TV dinner and watch the news and then go to sleep. That is so boring.
That's being alive. That's
being alive.
Yeah.
My heart just beating and my foot is going. I'm literally going one foot in front of the other and going through the motions. I'm just existing, and I don't want to just exist in this world. I want to do more. I want to experience things, be able to explore, be able to document my growth with this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel, All Things Kels. Check it out. It's going to be in the link. Afolabi's Adventures is going to be in the link. Check it out down below. But yeah, I think like actually living, like, it's important. Super, super important. And it's crazy because not everybody does it.
I got to a point where I just got into that complacent, where I was just going to school and going home and going to work every single day, and I wasn't as happy as I could have been. So I had to get back to where I wanted to be, and I thought I'd document that. And I think that that's a real big part of just living, is to make sure that you don't get complacent, and you stay whenever you feel like you're getting complacent, you're like, okay, what can I do to switch it up?
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to change how this is, to see something different, to see a different perspective of just life.
Right. And then I think that is like a good thing to talk about. Like, okay, you felt like you were just in this place where everything was just becoming to be repetitive, and then you found something that, hey, I love to travel, I love to hike, I love to be out in nature. Why not document my growth? And I think a lot of people think that YouTube is for y'all. It's like, I hope you enjoy my videos. I really, really, truly do. And I try to do things like this and bring guests in like this, different backgrounds like this, buy new equipment like this, so that I could produce better quality for you all. But at the end of the day, this is a me thing. Like, this is something that helps me stay accountable for the things that I want to do. Okay, Kel-Sei, you want to vlog? Okay, Kel-Sei, you want to make topic videos? You got to talk about something. In order to talk about something, you have to experience things. In order to make vlogs that I would be proud of, I actually have to go out and do things. I can't just sit around and be in the house all day, because I'm not even going to want to watch that. And I'm going to be honest, when I was sitting in the house all day, which is why I haven't vlogged for so long, I don't even want to look at that in editing. That's boring. Like, running that footage back, I'm like, all right, throw this away. Trash, try it again tomorrow, but you got to do something tomorrow. So it's like, this is my self-accountability. And self-accountability to me is super, super hard. But when you find something you love, such as YouTube, it helps establish that. And like, this is something that you want to do for yourself, so you kind of go harder and like, okay, I'm gonna film this. Oh, I got this idea. And then we have friends that do it too, like, hey, how does this sound? You want to be a part of that? And it kind of keeps you motivated to keep moving and doing things like that. So I think that's pretty cool that you kind of took this opportunity to use this platform to not only develop yourself, but to also document your growth and put it out there for the world to see, because there's somebody that's at home just like us with a jillion ideas, and the execution part just ain't there yet. And sometimes all you need is the execution. Even if you don't do it the way you wanted to the first time or the second time or the third time, at least you did something to where now you're not in the house. Even if you don't like this footage, you guys never ever see this ever in your life, and we just sitting here talking to the mountain back there, then we did something. We walked up here because my legs sure feel like they did. I don't know about y'all, but my legs is burning and I need a bike Uber.
You need a helicopter lift off of this mountain.
How much that cost?
Too much.
Right, I ain't got no monies to see. That's why we're doing it for the free. But no, I think that's super, super cool. What else? I think that's it. You have anything to say on self-accountability?
You just have to be accountable. And I liked what you said earlier about what did you just say? You just said something that was really good. And I was going to say something on it, then I lost it.
I don't know.
You was talking about accountability, and then you said you're talking about someone else has these same exact ideas, and execution.
Yeah.
That's a lot. What it comes down to is just execution. Like, everybody has a whole bunch of ideas. Some people have very similar ideas. Everybody thinks that their ideas are 100% unique.
Yes.
And at this point, it's not every single idea that you have is going to be 100% unique.
Nothing's 100% unique anymore.
Yeah.
It's too much. Just like if I talk to you, you would unawareingly kind of branch off of that. Or like songs nowadays, people are like, man, you stole from such and such. Like, he heard it before, so of course like, or unconsciously he included that in his song or in his lyrics, or like certain topics. Man, you jock me, and you jocking your mama because you heard her say it. So, duh, we got it from somewhere. It's just about how you use that idea or who does it first. And a lot of times, with how you just said, like, people have similar ideas. It's about, okay, I've been cooking on this for 10 years, but I've been trying to get it perfect so that when I launch, I can launch one time. And Suzy Q down the street, she really messed up on her launch, but she executed, and she saw her downfalls, and from there she could take those fails and flip it and make it a success. Even if she got to flip it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, she moved and she proceeded with this idea way faster than I did. So now the Renner spoons that I thought of ain't even clever no more because they already been marketed and it's a franchise now. Now I gotta start over from square one, but it's gonna take me that much longer. And Billy Bob down the street got an LLC, been and trademarked it, and it could have been something that was mine. But a lot of times we lack self accountability, and we don't move fast enough to even produce or get our names out there first. Because I think that's what it's all about. Not even necessarily being first, because if that's the case, you wouldn't have many makeup artists. You wouldn't have as many YouTubers if like the first is one and done. So, but when we see it out there already being done, we get discouraged and we feel like we have to come up with our own unique idea, which we could do the same thing. But if, like, let's say my customer service is better than theirs, they're going to want to shop for me. Or let's say they sell out. Now, it's still people that's out here that want the same product, and had I executed, I would offer it too, and I got it in stock. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to rock with her for this one time. And then, out of convenience, they might just stay with me forever. But I'll never know that if I don't execute and hold myself accountable to get it out there.
You got to shoot your shot.
Right.
And if you don't shoot your shot, then you're the only person that can be accountable to be like, well, I didn't do that.
Right.
Somebody else, him over the street, over there, he did it. He did what I thought I was going to do. I thought about it, but he did it. So
I'd rather shoot my shot and then miss, and then work on my technique so that I can make it the next time. But then if I don't shoot my shot, you just forfeited the game. You ain't gave it up to your mans, and now he got your girl, and now you single as a prank.
Yeah.
But why is it so easy to hold other people accountable versus like holding yourself? Because like, if you came to me and was like, man, Kel-Sei, I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. I'm going to post on this day, this day, this day. I'm going to be like, Desmond, it's January 11th. You said you was going to have a video at 5 p.m. It's 5:01. Where the video at? I swear, people in the comments be like, where the videos? Where the videos? Kel-Sei, where you been? Where you been? And like, I've been gone because I was missing the me part. Like, the actual production behind it is me. The person filming is me. The person editing is me. So you can comment all day talking about some Kel-Sei where the videos at, but if I lack self-accountability, ain't gonna be no videos. We're gonna be looking at each other like where the videos at. Unless you about to be my cameraman and write me a script and tell me what to say, then without like that self-accountability part, you get nothing. And I think it's like, it's kind of weird that it's so easy to hype the next person up and put all of this energy into their dreams, their goals, and it could be something so simple as like making a sandwich, and I'll be right there like, woo, 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 make that sandwich, man, it's about to be the best sandwich ever, hyping you up, because I'll be like, man, I want a sandwich, and I'm like, dang, I'm kind of hungry, and that's kind of far, and I'll talk myself out of it like so quick. As people, we gotta work on that.
Yeah.
And then when somebody else is like, okay, let's say I'm backing you up, you backing me up. It's like in my head, it's like you don't understand all the work I gotta go through to make this possible. But it's like you're doing the same thing that I'm doing. You're making YouTube videos too, so you know the work. You know how many videos you make before you even post one video?
Because it's easy to point a finger. It's easy to go, well, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you? What's going on? And even though there's work to put into it, a lot of the times we could forget about the work that has to go into doing certain things.
When you're not the one doing it.
It's easy to sit down and just be like, okay, this is easy. What are you doing wrong?
I'm not calling the police.
Over here making emergency calls.
See?
But yeah.
I 100% agree with that. Like, it's so easy to make 1,000,001 excuses for yourself, and then it's so much easier to put the pressure on somebody else when you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know how much effort they're putting into it. You don't know what their standards are. Because anything I put my name on it is signed in gold. I'm sorry, I'm not putting my name on nothing that I don't think represents me well. It's just not going to happen. Not for no YouTube, not for no comments, not for no views, no subscriptions, not for my mama, not for my daddy, not for nobody. If I don't believe in it, I'm not stamping my name on that. And so that has a lot to do with my production as well. But if it was somebody else's work, it's like, you don't care nothing about that. It's like, you told me you was going to do this by this time, and I'm trying to be the supportive friend. I'm trying to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, but I can't even do what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to tell you what you're supposed to be doing. And it could be something so similar as we doing the same thing. So I know the work that he has to put in behind the scenes. I know how hard it could be. I know how it is to get the angle. Shoot, you don't walk halfway up the mountain and realize, hey, that was a good spot. Let's go back down, walk back up, and then go back down and get the camera. And let's hope the wind don't knock it over while you're in the process of doing it. So just when you out there in the world, be a little more courteous to people when you're trying to show your support. Because, like, it comes off as support, but at the same time it comes off wrong, because for the other person that's on the opposite end of it is like, bro, you don't even know the half. But then it's like, nah, I sound like I'm making excuses. And then in the same breath, when you're holding yourself accountable, kind of try to cut down on those excuses, because you wouldn't want to make it to somebody else, or you wouldn't want to hear it if it was coming from a different direction. But then you giving that same energy to yourself, and you making these excuses to yourself when you are in your own race. You competing against yourself. So it's like, why are you even coming up with this excuses as to why you can't do this? If you ain't come to pick me up, then you're so bad. Yeah. Right. You ain't giving me no ride. But yeah, so try to have some self-accountability about yourself. Try to cut down on the excuses, and then when you are holding other people accountable, try to be more considerate about what they have to go through to get whatever it is that they're trying to get done, and their battles that they're fighting with themselves in trying to get it done, because they're probably trying to get it out in a timely manner, but fear kind of holds them back because they want to get it right the first time. And we as people, we try so hard to not fail, when sometimes if we fail faster, we would if we fail
big bug.
Right. If we fail faster, we'd be able to succeed a little bit faster instead of trying to succeed on the first try. Just go ahead and fail. Go ahead and fall a little bit. Don't fall down this hill, but definitely fall a little bit, and your momentum would be a lot more on the bounce back up. And with that being said, if you want to see more topic videos, leave it down in the comments. If you want to see more of Desmond, head over to his channel. And then if you want to come back over here, we can pick his mind a little bit more about other stuff. Be like, hey, where Desmond at? Where Afolabi? Afolabi's adventure. Where he been? He been MIA. If you want to see other people's perspective, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. It's probably going to be too long, but I don't care. And I will see you in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And that's it.